Nope. Hold on. 15 minutes. Alright. Timer started. Existence. From.
From the point of who we believe we are.
Alright. If one was Freudian, existence would stem from our childhood. Which he's not wrong. He is a quack, but he's not wrong.
No, but as you progress through age, it becomes more than just what we experienced as a child, more than just how we were raised, the environment we grew up in. It becomes something more than that because who you are as an adult also correlates to the choices you decide to make on top of what you are continuing to experience in the sense of taste, touch, feel, expression, so on and
Your
so forth.
senses. Well,
Because once we get to the point where we are able to run our own conscious thought and build upon that and do something about it, then we also start making a choice of who we want to be and what image we want to portray.
yeah, but it's still governed by the five senses, which are, when you gauge them against the electromagnetic spectrum, are less than 1 millionth of reality.
But the human mind still plays a part. Consciousness and subconsciousness still build upon the senses and what we are doing and who we are.
I think therefore I am.
Mm,
No?
it's not wrong. That is not wrong. Thinking of what you are and what you want to be does change who you become. But situations, experiences also go into that effect.
Yeah. They 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 go into the subconscious, and then they affect your nervous system, and then they affect your brain. And then, as I mentioned before, create inferences that the majority of individuals have no control over because they just accept them as what they are and then feed into them, unbeknownst to them, knowing that they can shut them down, alter their existence of who they are, be more, be simpler, be more compact, be more controlled in and of themselves to alter who they are to become who they want to be.
Well, that's not wrong, but
Yay, win for a second.
I've never once said that you were wrong about something.
Yeah, it's not about winning. It's about finding common ground.
A higher truth.
Yes.
But moments in our lives, regardless of us thinking, this is who I want to be, this is the growth I want to achieve, this is my existence. Past that, the wild card of nature will play its hand. Your house gets destroyed. You lose a child. You lose a family member. Your car won't start for work that morning. It's going to alter who you are, be it short term or long term.
That depends on your level of perception and what you take from it. Yes, the damage is going to be done, but certain standpoints from different people of all races and religions and upbringings will interpret it in different ways. me, if someone I know concludes their existence, I'm glad because they no longer have to put up, hopefully, no longer have to put up with this BS and go to a higher knowing of existence.
Yes, and that's how you would deal with it.
But I'm not other people.
But Mr. Smith,
John Doe over there could completely shut down and hate.
and he could have been he could have chosen to be the most positive person his entire life.
And then he had that psychotic break. Because that's what it takes.
And that's the wild card of nature.
I mean, I can honestly attest to knowing that if my wife or my children were to come to such a fate before I deemed it worthy, I would disappear. Everything would be quote unquote fine, but
Who you are
would
in the
not be
sense
who
of
I am.
before.
Would be gone. Yes, it would be a completely overwritten facsimile, because I would then be playing a role and trying to pick up the pieces and trying to make sense of what I'm interpreting now as reality to make an understanding of who I am now.
But what if you, dealing with that situation, you have your break, you hate things, you're mad, whatever it is, then you make the conscious choice to be who you were.
To revert back to who I was before it happened?
Yeah.
Okay. That would
So-
take an unsurmountable amount of
so-
strength.
So you're saying that moment would not affect who you were
Could not.
from that point.
It could not. Not that it wouldn't, but it could not affect. It has the possibility of not affecting. And I hope that in a sense that it could not, because I don't know anyone that wants to feel that kind of pain, but I know plenty of people who have felt that kind of pain and want to walk away from it being greater than that pain, to be able to share it.
How could you be greater than that pain if you went to who you were before that experience? Because if you go to who you are before that experience, then that experience has no alteration on who you are.
No, it's not a complete override. It's an update.
If you're going back to who you were before that, whatever it was, happened, then there is no update, there is no progression, there is no change, because you are going back to who you were beforehand. If you
revision.
If you update yourself or revise who that person was before the moment, then you are not going back to who you were. It has altered you. Even if it's for a betterment, it is still a change.
It still has the same basis. All the core code is still there. Because you cannot progress without still maintaining a part of that to become then. Because, I mean, yeah.
The point I'm getting at, though, is still valid. Because what I'm saying is that that moment is altering you. Be it in a small way. If you are going back to who you were before the crisis, then there is not a change. However, if you accept what has happened, then it is altering you, be it for better or worse. If you are taking it and putting it into who you are, either to share it or hold it within you, it is changing you. But you cannot go back to who you were before if you let the moment do any change.
But is not time cyclical?
No, time's cyclical.
Okay. To rebound, to make a full circle to the start of the situation and holding on to that moment, that doesn't change anything. That exudes a strength of, okay, this happened, this sucks, I'm going to persevere, use this existential circumstance that is a part of me, even though it is existential, for growth, to strengthen myself and grow beyond it to where I can express it outwardly towards other people in a positive manner.
That's changing you.
No, because that was always there. Because anything that you can express in any given time has always been there. You just never showed it. It's always been in the core code. It's always been a part of everything that you've ever been and ever will be. That doesn't change. But you can manipulate it to serve you.
I never said change could. The change could not serve. I have repeatedly said that for better or worse, a crisis can be used for betterment. But you're still not going back to who you were before the moment happened, because now you are stronger, or now you are expressing a side of you that you did not put out before. So who you were would never have done that if this situation hadn't happened.
Who's to know? You start from who you were, and then you grow from that point. You still are that person, but you've expanded upon yourself. Yeah, there's change. That is, it is inevitable. I agree with that. But like I said, the core of who you are is still intermingled within that whole thing.
I didn't say you lose the core.
But you said I changed from that whole instance.
I didn't say you wholly change.
But you said change nonetheless. Change is inevitable. But that core of who you are that allows you to be that in that circumstance, to make that greater or make that worse, that doesn't change because it's always there. There is a baseline to every individual, what you're capable of, what you're not capable of. You just don't know what you can tap into until the moment arises. It's the kind of the fight or flight instinct.
But that thusly alters who you are. Not to the sense of what your core is. Because yes,
if you alter that, then you alter the core. You can't alter the core.
You can alter the shell of a core without changing the core. And by altering the shell, you will change what is produced. It's like whenever detergents, whenever the powder-based laundry detergents are being made, the creators of the nozzles because it starts out as a liquid.
Yeah.
And it's sprayed through a nozzle, and as it's falling through the air into a collection bin, it turns into the powder.
Mhm.
Well, they created, let's just say, 50 different nozzles. Each one produced a different substance, a different type of powder. The core was the same. The shell had changed, and it produced a different
Something.
It altered how the core was perceived, how it was seen, what it showed. The core stayed the same, but the shell changed,
The
and
shell
it
doesn't.
altered, and it altered who. It
What?
altered what.
What it did.
Because yes, all of these things, all of these capabilities exist within the person from the point that they are born. And then all of the everything that happens, everything that they perceive, every instance that they are in, alters the casing around that core and changes what parts of the core are expressed, what is shown, what is put out there, what people give as an image.
And what is perceived outwardly. The changes via the core is it's existential.
In what way is it existential?
Because it is a result of the core. It is not the core. It is a production of the core. It does not, it reflects on the core, but it does not make the core what it is. Everything that you say or you do in any given moment does not make you who you are.
No. Well,
But it shows the core of you. It all reverts back. The core, like I said, never changes. So therefore, everything that comes from the core reverts back to it. So that there is no real change. It's just flowering in upon itself to express itself. To make all the deeper parts of it available and known. I've never seen you go silent.
so, rolling back onto what we said at the beginning, where existence, who we are, is a creation of everything we've ever been through and experienced.
Yeah.
But you just said that the core doesn't change.
The core doesn't change. Everything that spiders out of it is just a piece of what it is.
Going back to what I said earlier of how the shell alters. So you just proved the point that I made just a few minutes ago.
Well, why does it have to be a shell?
Shell is just a word. Be it a fragment, a tentacle, a spire. What we put out there for people to see. The word itself is not what's important.
It is, because words
No.
have power.
The word shell is not what is important. It is a representation of what I am putting out there.
But if it's a representation, then it has power, then it has meaning.
Not to the point that you're taking it, because
Always. Because the outward source that is viewing this can take it so many different ways. It always has meaning.
but shell is not what's important. As I said earlier, you can say shell, you can say tentacle, you can say web, you can say spire. Whatever is coming off of
The shell,
the core,
the core.
because the shell is of the core, is it not?
Yeah, that's a shell. This is a shell.
So the word, in the sense of what it is, what it typically means, is not important, because I am representing that it is
The
what is
core.
coming off of the core, what is surrounding the core, what is being put out there, what people are seeing, what is being shown, what is coming off of. That is how I am using the word shell.
Mm.
And this is the problem with language, people.
Yeah. There's too many languages. Damn you people that made the Tower of Babel. Anyway,
Well, if you found it interesting, leave a comment.
if you didn't, kiss his ass.
You can't say that.